All right, friends, it's time for another video on Jason Blaha, another reaction video to Jason Blaha's video, the gym, lifting, recruiting, fitness gear slave himself, Jason Blaha. I would call him the artificial slave, but whatever. Anyway, I'm going to do a reaction video to Jason Blaha's video. He just popped up. Blaha says how to deal with people in your life who are unsupportive of your fitness goals. Okay.
How do you deal with people who do not support your fitness goals in your life? Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and thought I would chat with you guys and gals a little bit about this.
Let's get one thing straight. Fitness has nothing to do with health. Getting better at doing things, meaning fitness, has nothing to do with health. You could be fit and be unhealthy. You know what I mean? What has to do with health? With what you put in your mouth. What you put in your mouth will dictate whether you are healthy or not. Now, will that affect you being fit? Yeah, of course it will eventually. You know what I mean? So people think, well, I have to ramp up the fitness because I am so unhealthy. I have to get healthier by getting more fit. No, you don't get healthier by getting better at doing these gym lifting slave movements. You get healthier by eating your natural diet as a natural human being. But if you eat unnatural food in a natural body, you're gonna be unhealthy your entire life.
Today, I'm going to give just a brutally honest answer here.
And that was my brutal answer right there. Yeah.
You need to talk to the people in your life who are unsupportive or problematic for any of your fitness goals. Help them understand that it's important to you, and if they cannot accept that and work with that, and
absolutely not. I think people should do what is best for them. I've never told people you shouldn't do that. I have conversations with people like on my channel with you guys. We're just reacting to these videos. Some of it's opinion, some of it's based on some science, like tests and things, and some of it's based on your natural instincts, your senses and natural instincts, which people don't even listen to anymore. They don't even listen to their senses or their survival skills. And this tells you right off the bat, it's kind of obvious. It's artificial what he's doing here. Lifting artificial weight in this artificial garage, whatever. So, I mean, is this a sport? I wouldn't say this is sports. Even the word sports, I mean, it doesn't really exist in nature sports. But it's just something you're doing. I do enjoy sports. I think you can get fit doing sports. Yes, definitely. You know what I mean? It depends. Is swimming natural to humans? Yes. Is sprinting natural to human sprinting? Yes. You know, specific things you're doing, climbing, I don't know, running, swimming, a bunch of things that you're doing out there. Is this unnatural, lifting heavy weight? Well, yeah. Does it stress your body? Yeah. Is it good for you? Is it healthy for you? No, not necessarily, because it causes inflammation, and inflammation is unhealthy.
Not create problems with it, then you need to cut them out of your life. And it really is that simple. People will say, they always make excuses. Well, I can't do that because of X or Y. All right.
Well, I'm not telling people not to do that. I'm just laying down the specifics. Does this cause an inflammatory response in your body? And is inflammation good for you? No. Inflammation definitely when it comes out, it's to protect you. You definitely don't want to take statins to lower the inflammation, obviously. Why did you get inflamed to begin with? Because you're doing something that is unnatural to your body. It doesn't like it, so it acts by an inflammatory response, okay? Which, again, that is bad for you. Yes, definitely. It's like when people say, well, you have your cholesterol is a little bit too high. Well, it is definitely a little bit too high, but what's causing it to go so high? We do know that cholesterol is an antioxidant, but what is causing it to go higher than normal? because it's trying to protect you. So you're obviously doing something unnatural to cause it to elevate to levels that are above natural levels, okay? Normal levels. So what does your doctor do? They put you on statins and then you die. Because low cholesterol is associated with all mortality, death. It's just like inflammation. If you take these anti-inflammatories, because whatever's causing the inflammation, that's what you should cut out. But instead, you're still continuing in that behavior, taking the anti-inflammatory, and then you die. Again, all mortality.
Well, I get it. You know, if it's your coworkers or whatever, you could change jobs. Okay? So that's where I'm about to go with all this. I think we're about to see where it comes to friends and family.
Here's another perspective. All these people, they say, well, these people, they're 90 years old running a marathon, 80, 90 years old, they're running marathons all of a sudden. It's associated with longevity. No, they never ran marathons before, these people that were in their 80s and 90s. They just started running. The people in the past that were running when they were young, running marathons, they're all dead. They've all died. All these people, these professional runners and everything, they drop off. Go look it up. You're going to see that they're all dead, man. You know what I mean? It's associated with shortevity. It's not associated with longevity. That's why they say, well, look at these old people doing these things. Yeah, they just started doing them. See the difference?
People say, well, I can't change.
Look at Blaha. He hasn't just started doing lifting, and he looks 85 years old at 47. Hell, I'm 10 years older than him. So look at him, man. And he got fat, and now he got skinny because he wants to take up bodybuilding. He has, what does he hate powerlifting now? He's into bodybuilding. He hated bodybuilding. So why is he bodybuilding? See what I mean? I'm not saying, listen, again, this is a reaction video. I'm not saying what he's doing is bad. I think he should do what's best for him.
Jobs, well, okay, then you can ignore them. Right? Do these people matter to you? I mean, this is the thing that you have to remember with coworkers. I mean, sometimes you'll make friends at jobs, but I mean, a lot of times these are not people who you're going to always be.
Did you see how he struggled lifting that weight? Your body, what do you think your body's feeling? What's it doing? Look, man, your body just is there to keep you alive. It breathes for you when you sleep. You're not doing any of these things. You're not pumping the blood through your body. You're not picking out all the nutrients and partitioning them and putting them in certain places in your cells and stuff. You're not doing any of these things. Your body's doing it. He's like, I want to punish my body by lifting this heavy weight so I can destroy it. That is really, you have to really reflect and say, that's really crazy.
Friends with or stuff once that job is over. Most of the time it won't.
Look at him.
You want to take your game to the next.
People you just have to work with. So you can just choose to ignore them or tell them to F off. Or if they create.
I know. People are, here's the thing. People out there are extremely stubborn. When confronted with the truth, I told you before, that old saying I put in my community section, weakness is provocative. But these things can be provocative too. I mean, when confronted with the truth, it's provocative. People get angered. They get crazy. They get angry. They get frustrated. They don't want to be confronted by the truth because they can't handle the truth. Because at this point, they're so fucking unnatural. They can't get out of that cycle.
Problems with your fitness, take it to management or whatever, explain it's a problem. Tell them if you need to, hell, you'll sue. I mean, that's how it works. If they're really messing with your life, this is a problem. But, you know, you have to be that proactive and serious. You have to be that serious with it, especially if you're really serious about your goals. You know, especially if it's something like you're overweight and trying to lose a lot of weight. That's literally life and death. Like obesity, morbid obesity is a death sentence. Morbid obesity is a death sentence. We don't like to admit that as a society, but medically it is true. So in short, anyone who gets in the way of you losing losing weight if you're morbidly obese, for all practical purposes, is trying to kill you. Right? Minimum manslaughter is not fully intentional. Okay. Doesn't make you less dead. So, you have to look at it that way. You have to look at it that way because morbid obesity is lethal. So if someone, for example, is preventing you from...
Morbid obesity is lethal. Look at Blaha. He's one to talk. He was obese. His entire powerlifting career, he was obese. And now he took up bodybuilding because he thinks bodybuilding has something to do with having low body fat. That's absolutely not what bodybuilding is about. Bodybuilding is about building your body bigger and stronger, going through a repair and a remodeling. That's about it. That's all it was ever based on. It wasn't based on, can you lift the heaviest weight? Now, I'm not saying that in bodybuilding people don't lift heavy weights. Of course you do. Obviously, neural drive kicks in and you're not going to lift the same weight. It's going to feel lighter eventually with the time. You are going to build some muscle. You're going to recruit these motor units, these androgen receptors for force production. And yes, definitely it's going to progress. But eventually everything tries to return to homeostasis. So all the effort and work that you put into this eventually will amount to nothing if you quit. Now, Blaha cannot quit because, like I said, it's easy for people to enslave themselves to this.
from doing that, you need to think of them in that way because that is true. They are, whether they are fully meaning it consciously, that is what they are doing. So why do you put up with it?
Oh man, come on. People tell me lots of stuff every day. I don't care what people say. I think Blaha's taking this way too far.
Same thing if you're really serious about your fitness goals and people get in the way, they say things like, well, my parents and I live with them. That's a choice.
That's true. They live with their parents. They're young. They have to listen to their parents unless they're adults and they go on their own. So while living with your parents, they don't like that. They don't like that. It's unfortunate. They don't share the same goals you do.
Get a job and move out.
Right.
If you're serious about your goals and your parents are not going to listen, because I can understand that your parents won't listen. I get that. You're a kid. They will expect, if you live under their roof, they expect you to do what they say and live by their rules. And that's perfectly reasonable. That's fair of them. So if your goals matter to you, you'll work more, you'll get a better job, and you'll move out. So if you say, but I can't because of X or Y, then it's not important to you, so quit crying about it. It's clearly not important enough to you to fix the problem, so quit crying. Quit crying about it and just not reach your goals. I mean, it really is that simple. I pulled the thing of my friends. My friends are not supportive and they're interfering. Well, get new friends. They're not your friends. All right, this is something young people struggle with. All right, when you get a little older, you'll realize this, but younger people don't seem to realize this. If you have goals like that that are important to you and your friends are not only not supportive, but they literally get in the way, they directly interfere. They know that you have a certain diet you're trying to follow, and they
I think people should be supportive about everything that you're doing. I'm definitely supportive of Blaha getting better. That's why I do reaction videos right now to his videos. But is this a bad thing that he's done, taking up bodybuilding? Absolutely not. I told you before, he was stubborn. He never wanted to do bodybuilding. I would say the best thing that Blaha has ever done is take up bodybuilding as opposed to powerlifting, because powerlifting doesn't really take you very far.
try to give you food or force you or peer pressure you into eating food not allowed on it.
He's definitely not obese anymore. Blaha's not obese, that's for sure. So that's a plus. But, I mean, he still lifts consecutively every single day in his garage, causing an inflammatory response every single day in his body, which is a bad thing. Consistent inflammation can cause all kinds of problems, diseases, and whatever. He's suffering already. His psoriasis. He has all kinds of problems with him. And his diet, what he eats. I know that he's changing slowly, but he still eats tofu and a bunch of other weird stuff. He still promotes like these weird artificial foods.
Or let's say you're trying to do those things, trying not to drink alcohol, and they're doing it, and you need it for your fitness goals. They're not your friends, okay? Let me be clear. They are not your friends. What do you mean your friends are interfering? Those aren't your friends. Get rid of them. Get rid of them.
And this is obviously a pure concentric exercise, because look how far he came down, and look how far he goes up. So that's what a concentric exercise looks like. Now, what does an eccentric exercise doing this look like? Well, you're not starting from the top. You're going partially up to this point right here.
In this video, I'll be covering a tip on the left.
Sorry, there was a commercial there. So you're going to start from this position, and you're going to go all the way down, and then you're going to meet right back to this position again. You don't need to do a full concentric if you're doing eccentric. And if you're doing concentric, you don't need to do a full eccentric either. See what I mean? So there you go. Now, there's some people that will do full eccentric with concentric. Well, yeah, definitely. That could be harder. It really depends on what your goal is, what you're trying to do here.
All right? Man, that's a tough one, isn't it? Because you can be around those things. I mean, I have friends who drink. They know I'm a non-drinker. They know that my fitness is important. Guess what? They don't pressure me into it. It's that simple, because they're real friends. That's how
Blaha has friends? I didn't know Blaha had friends. Okay.
real friends operate. Same thing with your dating relationships. Because say you're dating with someone, oh, they don't like your fitness goals, or they're going to be jealous or insecure. All right, see if you can get them on board too. There's your solution. Someone, look, instead of being jealous or insecure, why don't you do this with me? All right, why don't you do this with me? Then everybody wins, right? You come out of it better. We all come out of it better.
It's a group thing. Why don't we all just come and destroy ourselves together? I don't want to destroy myself by myself. Here's the old saying. I think that pilot that had some issues, some mental issues, and he committed suicide, and he took all the passengers with him because he was like, hey, I don't want to die alone. Right? A lot of people, they're like, I don't want to die alone. I'll take you with me. Sure. Let's make it a group thing. I think, what was it? These people, they committed suicide apparently in Hong Kong or something. They all drank cyanide, and they were all found dead in this room, a restaurant or a room or whatever. Yeah, I guess they wanted to go out together. Yeah, it's a group thing.
Let's do that instead. Okay, that's a solution. That doesn't work, and you're trying to lead some sort of healthy, fit lifestyle, and they don't want anything to do with it, and it's fine. They don't have to live your lifestyle. No, there's no requirement for that in a successful relationship. Do they interfere? I mean, ideally, they should be supportive, even if they don't want to do it themselves. If they care about you, they'll be supportive. Because if it's important to you, it's important to them. Okay? It's very simple. It's important to you, it's important to them. So, you see where we're going? You need to maybe consider cutting them loose at that point. They're showing their true colors. Okay? I need to cut them loose. You know, for everyone's best interest. Well, I'm married to them. Okay, but this is important.
What happened to all Jason Blaha's clients that he would post, all these videos of them exercising? Why did he stop posting them? What happened there?
To you, and they're choosing to interfere with the lifestyle of a lifestyle that you have decided is important to you. Again, they don't have to match it. They don't have to have your lifestyle. But they're not supportive. Okay. I can tell you right now, being fit and having an active fit, any sort of fitness related goals and lifestyle is really important to a lot of people. If you're trying to do that and you got a spouse who's interfering with it, I can tell you there's other people out there who are more than happy to be with you and be supportive of it, who want that sort of thing also. Just throwing it out there. So when people are like, I don't know how to deal with people unsupportive, you tell them, you come clean with them and tell them how important it is to you, and tell them that if they want to be in your life, that they need to support you because it's important to you. And if they can't, then you get them out of your life. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys and gals next time.
Get them out of your life, man, if they're not supportive, definitely. I have to agree with that. If people are not supportive of what you're doing, you should get rid of them out of your life. I'm very supportive of what Blaha's doing here. I'm not supportive of him eating artificial food. I'm not supportive of him killing himself every day in the gym, lifting as a lifting slave, a gym slave every single day in the gym. He's enslaved himself here, I don't know, 7 days a week. But whatever, man. That's not what bodybuilding is about. It's about lifting periodically so you can get an adaptation. Adaptations don't happen if you come consistently lifting in the gym. If you're consistent, it just means you're good at doing that. And bodybuilding is not about being the best or being good at doing that. It's being good at trying to bodybuild. It's not, I gotta come and I gotta be an endurance athlete lifting every single day because I want an inflammatory response to pretend I have muscles. So if you want to pretend, come lift every day. These are bad things. The inflammatory response, the artificial muscle growth, whatever, the lactic acid buildup, and the glycogen loading, because he's eating artificial diet, loading glycogen in the muscle, pretending he has muscles. So, yeah, there's really nothing there. Blaha has never built anything. Take a good look at this guy. Take a good look at him, man. He hasn't built anything there. But I'll see you in the next one. Tell what you think about that. Like, subscribe, support the channel. See you in the next video. Ciao, friends.